Hey everybody, we're recording the call for Team Bold Fitness. What's today? It is July 11th, 2017. And tonight we're going to talk about the funnel. Brenna is doing our team call. But I wanted to jump on really, really fast and interrupt her because it's Summit Week. And if you're not going to Summit, I don't care. You should be posting about it. Posting about how you, I feel weird with these headphones in. Post about what it is, how you're gonna go there, what it means, how exciting it is. Like, just, I think a lot of times in our business, like, we don't want to post about something if we're not there yet. So, like, we don't want to post about income because we haven't reached our goal. We haven't replaced our income, or we haven't reached that, whatever that goal we have for ourselves. So we just don't share about it. When really, just like our fitness journey, how we share our workouts every single day, because then we share a transformation and they understand where it came from. When we share, oh my God, I just made $50 in 1 week and covered the babysitter for date night. Amazing. That's mind-blowing to some people, and that's like life-changing. Or on the National Makeup Call this week, she talks about her goal was $50 a week to cover diapers, and that was life-changing for her family. So, we always want to shoot big, but we want to share the little things. So just because you're not going to Summit, totally talking about it and using the momentum that Summit has. It's this crazy, crazy momentum. What happens is everybody at this time of year kind of feels like they're struggling, like the little engine that could, like, I think I can, why isn't anything happening? And then you go to Summit and it's like all this momentum shoots everybody off in like this awesome drastic way. And Beachbody sets it up that way because people are in summer and they're out of their routine. So they don't really want to start a fitness program. They kind of want to wait, and they're just like, skimming by in bathing suits or just trying to figure it out. But we all come out of Summit super, super motivated. And so then they have Team Cup in August, which we'll start doing Team Cup sign up soon. And then they're going to have the All Access Pass through August, and then that's it for 160. They have, what else was I going to say? They'll do a couple surges. They just set it up so that you can like keep your momentum going and you can feel the fire. Brenna and I will be at Summit. We're going to get all the deets. We're going to take 1,000 notes. We're going to go live like a million times on my personal page and in the team page. I'll probably just hold my phone live for like the big speakers that like Bunny Angle, because she's my favorite. She's like my absolute favorite. So I'll probably just go live and hold that one up for her when she speaks. Not all of them. But people do record them like on their phones, and then, they get shared eventually. Carl will do a surge next week and talk about all the details for Summit, but I'll do a Summit recap next week. So use the momentum that you get from this awesome experience. And when the tickets go live, I think, and that's what I was going to say. They usually will announce the new program. So Shift Shop is releasing right now. They will announce the next new program because they're always wanting to be relevant. They're never ever letting anybody be bored. And so we'll get to find out, I'm sure, what a new program is going to be, or whatever they have up their sleeve, like a new flavor or something. And that's always super, super exciting. And I bet you they will do another health bet. Because Carl said something a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I bet they'll do another health bet. And those are really big. People love making money over nothing. And so I think that's it. If you're in the Push Yourself group, keep pushing yourself. Keep doing your vitals and doing everything you need to do, because I can tell those of you who are channeling in and killing it. So that's all I have to say. Brenna, take it away and mute me, please.
Okay, sounds good. All right, hi guys. So like I said earlier, we have little Miss Pays with me tonight. So if she freaks out or something, I may have to just handle that for a second. So just fair warning in advance. So tonight, like Sam said, we're going to talk about the funnel. And I want to give a little bit of background information on why you would use a funnel, how that's going to help your business, and then kind of what that looks like. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys to kind of show you what it looks like and all of that stuff. And I have a little baby presentation, or not presentation, slides that I was going to kind of show you guys too. Let me see how it goes. Okay. Oops, lost you. Okay, so let me grab this real quick. Oh, I lost it. Hold on, redo. Okay, there we go. So, how do I make it start? View, present. Can you guys still see this or see me? Uh-oh. I can't. Hold on. Oh, there we go. We'll just do it this way because I can't see you guys otherwise. So funnel training, how to grow your business. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is having a list. So when I watched the original video on what a funnel is, the biggest thing they talked about is if you don't have a list, you don't have a business. Period, point blank. You do not have a list of people, you have nothing to work off of. So back when I initially started working this business and was kind of doing it as a hobby, I would just go through my Facebook and, you know, oh, this girl looks awesome, or oh, she's really into fitness, she would be great, I should just shoot her a message. And then I would essentially word bomb it on them and, you know, tell them how great Beachbody is and how all they need to be a part of it and all of this stuff. And it really became chaotic and really didn't get me anywhere. On top of all of that, then when I started talking to multiple people, I couldn't remember what I was talking about, what, you know, our conversations were involving, why they would like Beachbody or anything like that, except for what that initial thought I had. And so having a list is super important. I'm going to post after this is done, I'll post in the team page a couple of resources that I found over time that are great to help you make a list. So the memory jogger is one that kind of is a resource that was created by Beachbody to help you kind of look through different people. So on the list it says like, who do you know from your work? Oh, your accountant, you know, and it just kind of gives you different things to think about, like, oh, my accountant, that's this person. So when you're creating an initial list, if you're a new coach, it helps to kind of trigger some names for you, which is really awesome. There is a form that they list as the contact list, which is a way to kind of organize your contacts. For me, I didn't personally use that. I kind of created my own, which I'll show you guys later, but that is a good resource, especially if you want to handwrite. I know some of the top coaches have talked about they just use a actual true notebook and they handwrite names and they write them out and then move them through the funnel. I personally like having mine electronic because I can do it on my phone or my computer, and I don't have to be able to write it. But again, it's up to you. The other option for creating a list is downloading your Facebook list, which I'll post a video on. It's super easy on how to do if you would like to. Keep in mind, just a little background information. When I downloaded my Facebook list the first time, it does download your Facebook list with everybody. So anyone you've ever sent a friend request to, who maybe hasn't accepted you, people you've deleted in the past, like everyone's on there. So if you're going through and you're doing like a push month or you're doing something like that, keep in mind that there's going to be names on there when you go to look them up and to try to start conversations and reach out. They're not going to be there or they're not going to be your friend. So just kind of being wary of that. I can show you guys kind of the little system that I did to kind of show myself those things. But for the most part, I would just kind of go through and delete them. Especially when I first started, I would add people with like one mutual friend. The chance of them adding me is probably pretty low. So then when I went back through, I would just kind of take them off my list. Okay. So like I was kind of talking about, there's different ways that you can kind of create your list. Google Docs is what I use, and what I'm going to show you guys how my funnel is set up is through Google Docs. If you haven't heard of it before, the reason I love it is because it connects to your phone and your computer and your tablet, and it's all in one place. And it's really easy to edit. Also, you can print directly from it. You can share it with other coaches who also have Google Docs. So it's a great resource for that. So I personally really like it, but you know, whatever works for you. Same, like I said, paper or a regular Excel sheet. You can kind of play with it a little bit and figure out kind of what you like. So first thing, make a list. Second thing I want to talk about is inviting. So the reason you're creating this list and is to kind of facilitate who you're going to talk to when you're trying to grow this business and when you're trying to do invites. So as coaches, we talk about the 4 vital behaviors as what are mandatory for us to grow our business and to be successful as coaches. One of them is to invite. So when we're creating this list and we're doing the funnel, the whole goal is to get to have built a relationship with, with whoever we're talking to, whether it's girls, guys, whatever, building a relationship in a way that is not word vomiting on them. And that isn't putting our own beliefs and things on them, but rather asking questions, getting to know them, and kind of getting information about them as they're going through the funnel. So that way when we go to invite them to whether it's a free group, a challenge group, or to coach mentoring, we have that ability, we have that knowledge that we've gotten through the funnel. And the funnel does work for all of these types of invites, for free groups, challenge groups, and coach mentoring. You don't have to necessarily separate them, or it can be used for all three, was kind of the big piece on that. So now that I've talked about our list and why you would create a list, now we're going to talk about what is the funnel and why you would use a funnel. So kind of like I talked about in the past, you need to have a list, but it also, when I show you it, it kind of breaks down a little bit of everything, who you're talking to, when you talk to them, some of that background information, but also it's a great way to keep track of what you think they might like, when the next challenge group you're inviting them to is, what links you sent them. Because guys, this past month, we've been doing our push group. I've reached out to over 450 girls. That's a lot of conversations to keep track of, or information to keep up in my head. It's not possible. So that, having that list and then being able to move them through the funnel and see what stage of that building that relationship I'm at is really helpful. I've also hoped that it's found that it's helped me with going for no. So when we go through coach training, we talk about going for no, which is something that I really struggle with because I hate hearing no, because I'm like, everybody, this is amazing. You need to say yes. But Sam always tells me go for no, you have to go for the no first, because a no just means not right now. But that feeling to me was very hard to deal with. Well, with the funnel, as you're going through that process, you will see how it transitions from no to when you're going to follow up with them next, and not feeling like you're just going through this whole process and you're getting nowhere. Because initially with my list, I just felt like, okay, well, what do I do with all these people who are not ready? And then, like I was talking about, it's a great flow to see how you're building that relationship and keep track of it. So these are the steps of the funnel. Okay, so I'm going to show you these on the actual, but I don't really know how to do it at the same time. Sorry, guys, I'm not that technically coordinated. But these are the steps of the funnel. So when a person, you're looking them up and they're on your Facebook list, step 1 is you're going to like and comment on their page. Step 2 is a like and comment as well. Step 3 is going to be our reach out. So that's going to be your hey girl message. Hey girl, how are you? Like Sam was talking about training last week. I saw that you love hiking. Where did you go recently? That's like a hey girl message. And also step 3 in the funnel. Step 4 would be a like and a comment again. And what you're essentially doing is every time you're going through one of these stages, you're building that relationship. Step 5 would be sending an invite. So that would be hey, I know this is random, or hey, I'm not sure if this is something you're into, but I have this awesome group of women. We're all running this group together, and wondering if you would be interested and would like to join. Let me know if you want some more information, that kind of a thing. Inviting them to your free group, your challenge group, or your coach mentoring program. And then 6 and 7 are follow-ups for both. So the 6 can also be, let's say you send an invite and someone doesn't get back to you. That initial follow-up can be like, hey, I'm not sure if you got my last message. Our group's starting in a week. I just wanted to follow up with you to see if this was something you were interested in. It could also be someone did respond to you and you started talking to them and then they ghosted or disappeared and you follow up with them. So 6 and 7, my final follow-up is usually if I've someone who's responded to me, and we've been talking for a while, and then I send the, hey, I'm not sure what happened to you. You were really interested, you know, and they kind of just stop, you know, they send a random message here or there, but kind of stop responding. So I'll usually send like a final, the girl who did the training video said if it's third strike, you're out, kind of a thing, you know. So at that point, I move them to a different page, which I'll show you guys. And then the last one is the growth follow-up, which I'll kind of show you guys how that all works. Oh, we have 10 minutes, guys. Perfect. Okay. So let me show you my funnel. Where'd it go? I think I closed out of it by this. Okay. So here is my funnel. So essentially the way this all works is row A is all the names. I just whited them out to, you know, keep everybody's information private. Row B is the last time I talked to them. So whether they responded on that date or we were just going back and forth or whatever. Each step, so step 1 to step 2 is recommended to leave 2 days in between. I would say 2 to 3 is probably okay. So our last contact was on 4/25, so I'm automatically, for the follow-up date, gonna put 4/27. That's my goal, is to shoot to respond by 4/27. Sorry, Peyton has literally taken herself out of the chair. Okay, she's gonna sit with us. And then the next one is the funnel. So this is what I've been kind of talking about with you guys. So I'm gonna put it A to Z. So everyone in stage 1 of the funnel is somebody who I've liked or commented on their page. The way it works for me is whatever I have done is the number I turn it to. So I'm looking at this, for me, I did stage 1. So the next time I like and comment on someone's page, I'm gonna move this to a 2. Okay, so if it's a 2, then that means I need to do step 3. That's how I look at it. Some people might do it forward thinking, where they're like, oh, I put what number I need to do next. Do whatever makes the most sense to you. Can I get a thumbs up? Did that make sense the way I explained that? Yeah, okay. So you're moving them along through this process, and there's 2 days in between. So the first day, I'm gonna like and comment on someone's Facebook page. Oh, he's so cute, I love your dress. Then I'm gonna put in the date I last talked to them. The next time I'm gonna follow up. That next time on that date, 7/9 is when I'm gonna go in and do my second like and comment. Then I'm gonna go through 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way across. Each time I get some more information, let's say we're talking to each other, I'm gonna put a little blurb here. Whether they have kids, whether things that we might relate on, whether they're already a business owner. Some of those girls that we know who do other businesses like LuLaRoe or LipSense or things like that. And I'll put all that information here. And then what challenge group I'm gonna be inviting them to. This is great because it kind of gives me an idea as I'm going through. I usually don't put which challenge group I'm inviting them to until I get to stage 5, because then I truly know that I'm at that stage with them. And then row G is if I've sent them a link or if they said they were going to purchase something. So if someone said, yeah, I'm doing all access, I got it, I'm good to go, I'm signing up right now, I would put that there. I don't actually move them to the purchase category because I can't tell you how many people told me they were going to jump off and never did, or whatever, or found a reason. If for some reason they can't right now or whatever, I'm going to write down that reason right here and highlight it, because that's going to be when I go to follow up with them and move them back into the funnel. That's what I'm going to start with. If they're like, oh, I'm going on a trip in 2 weeks, let me know next group. Then I'm going to look at the reason and say, oh, they went on a trip. I should ask them about their trip at my initial reach out when I'm going to stage 3 in the funnel, then just jumping in and being like, hey, you want to come to my challenge group again? You know, every month, because that seems like you don't care. It just seems like you're just wanting them to join in a challenge group rather than actually genuinely trying to help them or care about them as people. And then the last part I do is if I talk to them about coaching, what day, and kind of maybe what their answer was. So the great part about this funnel, the reason why I like it for the go for no, so let's say everybody goes through this funnel, and every day I do my 6 and 7s that are, sometimes I get behind on the 1s or 2s, but 6 and 7s I do all the time. 4s I like to do all the time because that's sending out your initial invites and then following up with people, right? So you're wanting to have those closure conversations and make sure that you're following up with them in a timely manner. You don't want to get 3, 4, 5 days before you follow up with somebody when you sent them a link or something like that. So if for some reason I'm going through this list and I get all the way down here and I invite them and they tell me, this person tells me, hey, you know what? I'm really busy this month, next month. Then I'm going to move them to invite at a later date category. So I didn't white these ones out, so I'm not going to click on them. And then I put what month I'm going to follow up with them on. So that way, so I have a ton that are ready for August. So I'm already looking towards the next month. So when I start inviting for my August challenge group, which is pretty much right now, I'll go and I'll copy and paste all those names and I'll move them back into step 1 of the funnel. Okay. If let's say somebody goes and they ghost me on stage 3, they don't respond to my hey girl message, or they're not engaging with me, they may just not be ready to talk about stuff. So I'm going to move them to the 90-day follow-up. The girl who did this original training, she recommended doing a 90-day follow-up. Or if you go through this whole process and then somebody just does not respond, they're not doing the follow-ups, whatever, moving them to a 90-day follow-up gives them a couple months. If they don't, and they're continuing to watch you, you're continuing to love on them. That's not what I'm saying, like don't acknowledge them or don't talk to them for 90 days. But you're not putting them truly through the funnel. When they're going through the funnel, that means you're working towards an invite with them. That is the goal. You're working them through the process of the funnel. Once someone gets started with a program, I'll move them down to purchased, what they purchased, what group they're in. And then this for the Challenge Tracker app for you guys who are inviting to them, you have to have the person's email. So I keep track of all my purchase emails right here, all my coaches' information, some side ones if they're pregnant. I put that down here because most women I talk to don't want to start a new fitness program when they're pregnant. Westlyn, except for you, you're crazy. And but so that doesn't mean I'm not going to love on them. So I still make it a point to go to my pregnant page. Like I'll love on them if I see them going through my feed, but at least like twice a month I go through all those names and I engage with them about their pregnancy. Also because I remember what it was like to be pregnant just a couple months ago. If I'm running a free group, and then my big no, so those are the people who are like, hell no. I only have 2, but I mark those down so I don't continue to reinvite them. But I always end it with, if you want to reach out to me or if you ever change your mind, I'm here and I can always move them back onto the list. So I think that's kind of the main thing. But it does make it easy. Let's say if you're trying to do a mass amount of reach outs in one day, it's a lot easier to go from A to Z, click on a name, put it in Facebook, make your comment, do your reach out, do your invite in a lot faster manner than going through and scrolling through your feed like, oh, this girl looks cool. I haven't talked to her in a while. Or, oh, I don't think I've messaged her yet. Or whatever, which is what I used to do. I used to go to my friend list and just kind of scroll down until I saw a name I hadn't talked to it yet. And that's exhausting. It takes way longer to do all of that and not very productive. So when you talk about doing 150 reach outs a day, you're like, it takes me 20 minutes to come up with one person. Like, you're crazy. So I think that's it. I'm going to unmute you guys and I guess take questions. And then, I guess let me know if I rambled too fast because that happens.
Can I add something super fast?
Yes.
Because I don't know how to shut up.
Yes.
I went and grabbed Cammie, and so I didn't know if she started crying. If you said how it like forces you from step 1 to step 2, and you probably already said this, but like in the girl who did the original training, which we can add you to that group if you want. What was it, Brenna? It was like the invite surge.
Mm-hmm.
And she was amazing, and she was just like super quirky and cute, and she was like, you do step 1 and then in 2 days, how Brenna said, like she has the dates there all ready to go, like it's every 2 days for every step. And so like for me, exactly what Brenna just said, how she was like, it takes me 20 minutes to find who to reach out, just start the funnel. It's like, if you download your Facebook friend list and just go through step 1 on every day of the week or every day you work your business, you should know exactly what you're doing because it forces you. Yep. And then after you get over the uncomfortableness of an invite, which it's just going to be uncomfortable until it gets comfortable, it forces you to get there faster. So Brenna is like totally desensitizing herself to being uncomfortable with inviting because she started 150 people in a funnel in one day. Now, not all 150 people are going to get there, but that's way better than when I start 2 people in my funnel and then neither one of them answer me. And then I'm like, fuck, I don't have anyone to invite. Ooh, sorry, bad language. But you know what I mean? Because it's like people drop off and they don't answer your messages because